Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Luna will wake up while Bill craves vengeance on Grace. Sheila and Lee also feel poised to make a pact. Sheila's questions about Luna's fake demise and why Lee's working so hard to save her. Lee will explain how she could abandon Luna since she's family and had a hard life with Poppy for a mama. Sheila may make a pact of silence with Lee before Luna eventually awakens from her coma. It should throw Luna for a circle when she realizes her grandmothers are risking so much for her sake. Bill will reply with fury when Liam and Hope reveal Grace is a million fiddle. Bill will want revenge and will plan to make sure Grace pays for her crimes. Still, Bill might take matters into his own hands. If the justice system doesn't bring Grace down hard enough. Nick marriage offer since he'll indeed pull out a ring and try to move Brooke to marry him. Brooke will probably turn Nick down, allowing she still has a chance with Ridge, but Ridge won't go in on a Brooke reunion yet. It'll be complicated since Ridge will still feel indebted to Taylor and all the pledges he's made. Taylor will plan to keep her ring on and move forward with Ridge marriage plans, but his love for Brooke is only going to get stronger from then. Fortune will pull Brooke and Ridge back together, but there'll be some detainments and other obstacles along the way. Brooke, Katie will Electra and other characters will be part of this bash. It could be a way to celebrate a deal's boost after the Naples and Capri trip, but there's a chance it'll be commodity differently. Liam may not have cancer, but he survived allowing heat it. Liam also pulled through that terrible fire at the sand house, so there'd be good reasons to celebrate Liam's survival. Sheila may sneak off to visit Luna while Deacon's busy with the party. The further Sheila disappears on Deacon, the more suspicious he's going to be. Hope may have major Daphne drama to deal with. Daphne's extended stay in Los Angeles will give her a chance to pull Carter closer and make trouble for Hope's engagement. Brooke will be frustrated over how Ridge is dealing with the Taylor situation. Getting Ridge to walk down from Taylor won't be easy, but Brooke will know in her heart that Ridge is the only man for her. Cleric to throw a party. Brooke gives Nick an answer to his offer. Plus, what happens with Lee and Sheila next? Before Ridge can get back with Brooke, Nick wants to put a ring on her cutlet. The shipman will say that they can have another chance, that this doesn't have to be the end. After Ridge's deliverance and declaring his love for Brooke, effects are complicated. It seems like Brooke will presumably reject Nick's marriage offer. No matter how important Nick loves her, Brooke's heart just doesn't feel the same. Ridge sits Taylor for a serious discussion. Still, the brunette tries to not hear what he's really saying. Taylor explains that Brooke has a future, it's just not with Ridge. Also, she declares the ring isn't leaving her cutlet. Lee will have some serious explaining to do. Sheila will want to know why Lee saved Luna. The reformed villain might also interrogate about Lee's plans for after Luna wakes up. Lee might be more concerned about making sure Sheila keeps her mouth shut. The croaker could advise that it includes deceiving Deacon. The waitress just promised her hubby no more secrets. When Deacon learns about this, it could mean the end of their marriage. There's also Bill, who's determined to make sure Grace suffers. Sheila to continue being drawn to Luna's secret sanitarium room. The former nanny might indeed want to help watch for Luna. Still, I could see Lee rejecting the offer and telling Sheila to stay down. Cleric could begin to get suspicious of Sheila running off so much. Brooke is caught in Ridge's web formerly again. While he loves Brooke, he also doesn't want to hurt Taylor. That could complicate the bridge reunion. When Grace eventually came clean to Finn about how she faked Liam's brain excrescence, and Ridge came to Brooke's deliverance in Naples after Nick accidentally put their lives in peril. Grace tearfully confessed to Finn that she had faked Liam's brain excrescence because she demanded the plutocrat to pay off the expansive gambling debts accrued by her ex-husband, Reese. So you told Liam that he'd terminal brain cancer so you could save the day with some experimental treatment that bring a million bones. Finn cried, outraged. He reminded her of the emotional pain and agony that she'd put Liam and his favored bones through with her falsehoods. Grace claimed that Liam really did have a brain bleed. That was my opening, she admitted. I faked a brain excrescence. Finn was spooked to realize the horrifying lengths Grace had gone to, all to fiddle Bill Spencer out of a small fortune. Grace claimed that she had lone harpies hanging the lives of her daughters because Reese owed so important plutocrat. Finn angrily demanded she explain exactly how she pulled it off. Grace replied that the cranial injury had been real, and seeing that Liam had multiple concussions in his history, she took advantage of that. Finn was confused about the symptoms that Liam had been flaunting, and Grace confessed they were the result of the specifics that she'd specified to him. And after Liam survived being shot by Luna and Bill learned the verity about his brain excrescence, she took advantage of the occasion to press Bill into paying for his son's experimental treatment. Finn reminded Grace that commodity could have gone wrong during their fake procedure, as they were actually cutting into Liam's head. Grace knew that what she did was inferior, but she was hopeless. He refocused out all the pain that she'd put Liam and his family through, but she argued that now he'd enjoy a long and happy life. Grace also asked Finn not to destroy her life by telling anyone about what she'd done. Chancing out that he hadn't yet participated his reservations with anyone, she prompted him to keep it that way. Nothing needs to know, she contended. I'm soliciting you. Resting on the settee at home, Liam wanted Hope to stop fussing over him because he felt fine. She reminded him that he'd had a mass removed from his brain and a pellet removed from his casket, but Liam claimed that he'd a new parcel on life, and it was all thanks to Dr. Grace Buckingham. Hope mentioned how Beth wanted to visit her daddy again, which led the Brace to memorize about Grace's ex-husband, Dr. Reese Buckingham. Liam complained about how Croker's taken pledge, and Reese broke that pledge by telling them their son had failed so he could vend her. He also marveled at how Grace was the complete contrary of her partner. Grace truly is a saint, Hope declared. Liam joked that Hope and everyone differently were now stuck with him, and it was all thanks to Grace. Katie was stunned to learn that Nick had a ring and was planning to propose to Brooke with it. Donna promised to check in with Eric latterly for another update because she was upset. Katie assured her that their family could handle herself, but Donna was hysterical Brooke might do commodity she'll come to lament. Katie admitted that Nick was a nice Joe, but agreed with Donna that Brooke and Ridge were always meant to be together. Nick was detracted by Ridge crying at them from the reinforcement and nearly collided with another boat because his vessel had defective steering. As he turned sprucely to avoid the crash, Brooke suddenly slid off the reverse of the boat and fell into the water. Affrighted, Ridge incontinently dove into the ocean and swam to her as presto as he could. On his boat, Nick sluggishly recaptured knowledge after having been knocked out when he fell himself during the turn. Ridge pulled Brooke up onto a deliverance craft and desperately began performing CPR and giving her mouth to mouth. "I can't live without you," he cried as he delivered the casket condensing. His words echoed in Brooke's head as she saw a bright light and flashed back to being reunited with Ridge in Abu Dhabi after believing him dead. She also revived and looked up into Ridge's eyes. He assured her that she was safe and everything would be okay as he stroked her face. Ridge also leaned in and gave her a passionate kiss. Ridge cradled Brooke in his arms. "I nearly lost you," he rumored in her observance. "I wouldn't take that for granted ever again. No way again. I'll make it right. We'll make this right." She looked adoringly into his eyes, and he held her tightly to him, not wanting to let her go ever again. Thank you for watching this video. And do not forget to like, comment and subscribe.